did not feel that my life really mattered. I just didn't feel that I was important enough, because it just behooves me that nobody would ask this man, why is this little boy crying when you come around? What was going on in y'all lives that no one thought about me? So I felt very unworthy. And the only reason I went to college was because I wanted to escape my mother's house. I had to stay in college because I did not want to go back to her house. And so, with all this trauma and all this stuff was buried deep inside of me, one day in 2006, I was driving from Charlotte, North Carolina to Miami, and God spoke to me and he said, you're going to write a book about your life. And me to myself, like, why would anybody want to know about my life? But as I kept driving, the book kept playing out in my head. So when I got to Miami and drove back to Charlotte, I immediately began to write. I wrote 18 pages. I sent it out to some of my friends to read, and everybody was so amazed at this stuff that was coming out of me. Even I was amazed because I forgot about a lot of it. It was lying dormant. But that book, and my son is sitting right there. I didn't know what the title of the book was, but he was at a basketball camp, and he was missing the basket, and the guys was picking on him, and he said, I know what I am, and I'm not what you call me. And I said, that is going to be the title of the book. So I took that story and told about all the stuff that I told you beforehand, of going through mental health counseling and how I had to deal with a lot of these issues that was very deep inside me in order to become the person that I am today. And once I shared that story, I was amazed at how many other people was able to relate to that same story. And because of that same story, I was able to write a program with the help of some psychologists, and it's in the Miami-Dade County Public School System. It's called Let's Talk It Out, which is a conflict resolution anti-bullying program. And in 2014, the program was promoted by the Florida Department of Education, Health Education Division. And so it was amazing to me that somebody who didn't even think their life mattered could write a story about a life that he didn't even think that was important enough to even talk about. And all of these things begin to happen to reaffirm that we do matter. So me sitting here today was a big deal. So I didn't want you to think that I was being disrespectful by being late. It's just that at the same time, I was doing another event that was going on. All week we had 11 high schools to attend the stage play that we're doing right now. And I wish you all could have been there to see how these kids responded to the story. It became a ministry where we just had to sit there. We can't solve your problem, that's your job. But we could give empathy and listen to you and allow you to express yourself. A lot of guys like you, Dr. Connor on the end said earlier today about men not being able to express themselves. Allow these kids to express themselves, and they cried. Girls and guys just cried. When they see how the mother was in the play, how I had to grow up, one of the guys just wanted to touch me to see if I was real, because he was dealing with some of the same issues. And so this has been a season of, I wouldn't say surprise, because we're all worthy of the best things that life has to offer, but I would not have ever imagined that me just sharing the book about my life could lead to all of these things. And because things were so good, I decided to go a step further. This is the second book, Dear Mama, Thank You for the Lemonade. Because everybody used to always ask me, what about the mother's story? Nobody just is mean all the time. Sometimes they're nice. And it was true, because my mother used to be nice too. She used to make me read books, and if I didn't understand the word, she used to make me underline the word, and then she'll teach me how to use the word in a sentence. And so I have some good memories of her, but the majority of my life dealing with her was traumatic. But people begin to wonder, what happened to the mother? Why is she the way that she is? And so I decided to write a book, because my mother used to always tell her story. And it tells more of her story in our interaction of how we got to the place of where we are today, which is a very good place. When I discovered that I had cancer of the gallbladder in 2013, and given a 3-year prognosis, my mother was one of the first people to get down here to come and take care of me. That was on April the 17th of 2013. And April the 17th, 2016, I'm still cancer-free, and I had a big celebration at the bowling alley. And so I just have to say, life can be so bitter or sour. But you got to take you some sugar and add some of that to the sourness and put you some water in and make you some lemonade. Thank you, God.
That's all right.
It's all right. Praise Him. Thank you, God.